This is Mrs. O'Neill for AP Chemistry, Chapter 10, Section 1, Gases. Please look over at page 413 and those key terms. In the past several chapters, we learned about the electronic structure of atoms and about how atoms combine to form molecules and ionic substances. In everyday life, however, we do not have any direct experience with atoms. Instead, we encounter matter as gases, liquids, or solids, made up of enormous numbers of atoms or molecules. Large collections of gas atoms and gas molecules in the atmosphere are responsible for weather. So this is a real picture of Hurricane Sandy that happened on October 29th, 2012 in our area. So the characteristics of gases, which you will learn in this section, we're going to compare them to liquids and solids, and yes, they are quite different. So again, I suggest pausing the video, filling in the blanks, and then playing to hear my words. Gas and vapor are two words of the same. Anytime you hear vapor, ding, 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 it should say, oh, this just means that this substance is in the gas form. Now, most people refer to H2O, gas, or H2O, steam, as a vapor, but any substance as a gas form is also considered a vapor. So those two words are of the same. So some properties of gases are that they fill a container. So whatever space you're in right now that you are listening to this video, whether it be a room or the car or, I don't know, an airplane, anywhere you are, that container now is filled with gas because that's what gases do. They get into a container and they do fill it even though we can't see it. They're compressible, which means whatever container you're in right now, you could push the walls closer and closer together, and all you're doing is pushing those gas molecules closer and closer together. Compressibility means that you can squish it together. The gas mixtures are always homogeneous. So if you are in an area where there's air that you're breathing, remember that air is combined with oxygen and hydrogen and helium and neon, and there's carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Okay, there's so many different gases, but if you were to grab a chunk with your left hand and grab a chunk with your right hand, they would be the same. The mixture would be homogeneous. They would be the same throughout. And we always want to remember that those gas molecules are always as far apart from each other as they possibly can be. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that not all gases are odorless. If you smell something right now, you're smelling nothing probably because in the air there's no gas molecules that have an odor to it or a scent. However, something like hydrogen sulfide, I refer to this substance more as hydrosulfuric acid, is very toxic, but it also has a rotten eggs odor. Another thing is ammonia, which most of you know have a very potent odor, and they use that a lot like smelling salts. So if you're ready to pass out, they might take a piece of ammonia and kind of wave it underneath your nose, and it will wake you up. Okay, see you in class.